And welcome once again to this wonderful, wonderful place called the Upper Valley Humane Society. I hope you're going to enjoy it very much, and you're going to see some wonderful animals, and I hope that some of them you're going to take into your homes. And behind the camera we have Linda, and I'm Roz. So sit down, make sure please that you have pen and pencil, because you're going to need to write down the details of the wonderful animal that you can't do without, and also our telephone number and anything like that, although that will be coming across the screen. So sit back, folks, and just wait to have a wonderful ride. This is Tipper, and Tipper is very, very beautiful. Pepper. Oh, voice from the background there. This is Pepper, and Pepper is about 2 years old. She has quite a history. She had puppies. She had kittens who were in foster homes now. So then they will get, they will get homes. But Pepper very much wants to have her own home, don't you, darling? Hmm? Yes, definitely. She said, "Me first, because I deserve it. Because I've had," she said, "I'm spayed too, and I'm just waiting to go home with you. And I'm very sweet, and I'm very pretty," and she said, does she like other cats?
Yes.
You think, Amy? Yes. She said, "I get on with other cats." Does she get on with dogs?
We don't know.
We don't know, but cats tend to let dogs know what they want and what they don't want, and a good paw across their nose, and I think Pepper's a pretty well-rounded cat, actually, aren't you, sweetheart? Do you like me saying that about you? So, please come and see Pepper. And if she's the one that suits you, you can take her home. You are now looking at the most handsome of cats. That's right, he says. You're talking about me, I know you are. His name is Tipper, and he had a very difficult, Tippy. He had a very difficult teenage years. And then when he came here, he was very unsocialized with human beings. And so the wonderful staff here has been doing their best to get him to sort of join the community. So he is an unusual cat in that he's not a cuddly cat. He told me that. He said, "Just make sure everybody knows I'm not a cuddly cat." But you never know. In time, when he gets used to you and grows to love you and know his surroundings, he might become a cuddly cat. But he is a cat, as I say, that's had a bad, tough time in life. And he is independent, but he likes to be around people. And he's so good looking, and he has a wonderful sort of dark mark down his back there, and then this wonderful face. And he's just ready. As I say, he's not going to be a cat that is necessarily easy for the two of you or the three of you or the four of you to really get to know. He would probably be best in a household that didn't have very young children, or young children, sort of older children, people who are quietish and not always trying to pick him up, because he doesn't like that. But there are lots of human beings who don't like being picked up too. So anyway, Tippy really, really, really needs a home. More than that, he really deserves a home, because he has had a pretty tough time until he came here, when his life changed drastically, and the staff here has worked very hard on him. So please, please come and see Tippy, because you will love him, and he will be worth every minute that you spend with him, and he will make such a difference to your lives. So everybody needs to make a difference in their lives, so please come and take Tippy home. So now I'm introducing Mickey. Mickey is a slightly older cat. I say older. Cats can live to be 18, sometimes 19. My sister had a cat that lived to be 21. So he's, not even barely middle-aged yet. And because I'm older myself, not old, but older, I really like to promote older cats. Anyway, Mickey will be a blessing to you, because he loves people, he loves cats, he's extremely affectionate, And he's just a lovely cat. He's very, very sweet. And he wants a family to be in. Oh, he doesn't mind one person, but he's very person friendly. I think Mickey quite likes his food. We do have a little bit of an embonpoint here. So maybe 2 meals a day, do you think, perhaps? I think so. And, since he's 9 years old, he just would like a little bit of indulgence. So if you're just looking for someone that you want to give some extra care and attention to, Mickey's the guy for you. And please, look at him. He's just here, he's having a blast. He said, oh, and I've just had 2 wonderful volunteers in here who've been making the most of me. This is what I like. I want to be, oh dear, okay. All right, Mickey. Shall I get that for you? Shall I get that for you? There you are, there you are, there you are. Yes, he said, I've just had people all morning telling me how wonderful I am, folks. So please come and let me be your blessing.
Here we are.
So I'm going to introduce you to a wonderful family who have come here to the Upper Valley Humane Society today to adopt an animal. Or to have an animal adopt them. Actually, that's the way it goes. I never talk about owning my dog. It's the other way around, very definitely. So, would you like to introduce yourself and tell us why you're here? Or what you're going to do while you're here?
I'm Caitlin. This is Jonathan. And this is my mom, Karen. And we are looking for a cat to replace our one that passed away a few months ago.
Sweetheart, if you could speak up just a little, it would. I want to be sure we hear you.
Shall we start again?
No, that's all right.
So was your cat very old? The one that died?
No,
Less than a
he was
year.
less than a year.
Oh.
Got let out one night and didn't come home.
That's the trouble with letting him. Even during the day.
Yeah.
Foxes,
And he didn't
weasels,
usually go out. It just was an accident.
fisher
That
cats.
happens.
Well, also outdoor cats decimate the bird life too.
Yeah.
So, okay, so what are you looking for? Black, white, ginger?
We have a black and white one at home.
Yes.
So we're looking for like a colorful one. That's
Yes.
So a little different.
There's a very pretty one in the cat room over there that's a sort of gingery.
It's Beyonce.
Yes, yes. Beyonce? Oh, what a wonderful
With
name.
an extra thumb.
And you have you always had cats?
Yeah.
Yeah. And do you have a dog as well?
We have a dog, we have 2 turtles, we have a bearded dragon, and
Chickens.
chickens.
Oh wow, that's great. So you need a cat that gets on. Yeah. And have you adopted all of them from a Humane Society, Jonathan? No.
No.
We got one from our dentist, we got one from a friend, and then this would be the second
Yes.
one?
Yes.
Or
Yeah.
third one from the, third one that
Yeah.
we've gotten from here.
But I do admire and thank people who come to adopt an older cat. I mean, kittens are very sweet, and I know a lot of people want kittens, but there's a 9-year-old cat in there, and he's just gorgeous. And it's harder for them because people want to start younger. My dog at home I adopted when he was 8, and he's getting on for 16 now, and he's just been a wonderful, wonderful blessing. So thank you very much indeed, all of you, for thinking of us. And I can't wait to see what sort of a cat you've got. And hopefully by the time we've finished here, we'll have a picture of you with your new feline.
Yeah.
Wouldn't
All
that
right?
be nice?
Wouldn't that be fun?
That would be lovely.
Yes. Good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, and I'm going to introduce you to the rabbits, but first of all I'm going to introduce you to Amy, who is going to tell us all about the rabbits.
All right, hi, yes, my name is Amy Woodman. I am the shelter manager here at the Upper Valley Humane Society, and we have several rabbits, 8 in total, available for adoption.
Oh, 8!
Yes, and we also have more waiting to come in. So we need to find homes for these awesome rabbits that we have right now pretty quickly. So we were offering them for $25, which is half of the normal adoption fee of $50. They're spayed and neutered. And we have just a lot of really great, friendly, good family rabbits here. And we do adopt out our rabbits as indoor house pets because there's no reason not to keep them in your house. They are very easily litter box trained and very friendly. They're very quiet, and they just do so well in an indoor environment.
The other thing is you can play games with them. You can make them little tunnels.
Yes, that's
for them, to find their way around.
They're very comical. They're,
Yes.
they're much more entertaining than people think.
Yes, and if it's not possible sometimes for you to have a dog or a cat, then a rabbit is a wonderful alternative.
Yes.
My granddaughters have 2 rabbits, and they love them dearly.
Yeah.
One is called Rosie, and one is called Thomas. Thomas is actually a female, and Rosie is a male, but don't worry about that. And so I really do recommend them, and we have a couple here who, these are going together.
Yep, they are a bonded pair. This is Chai, and that's Margie. It's a funny story actually how they met. They were in this pen here, and one was making a ruckus and got that ladder loose. It fell down, and so literally Chai fell into Margie's lap.
Oh,
And then they became best friends ever since.
oh wonderful.
Not the recommended way of doing it, however, it worked out.
And we might just say here, because there are so many rabbits here and coming in, as soon as they come in, they get spayed or neutered.
Correct.
As long as, as long as they're old enough, but because rabbits do what rabbits do, and very often too.
Very well, yes.
Please make sure, if you get a rabbit from anywhere, that it is spayed and neutered as soon as possible.
Yes, and it makes them much, much better pets.
It does, indeed. What lifespan does a rabbit have? 8 years?
They can live 8 to 12 years.
8 to 12
Yep.
years, that's a long time.
Especially
Yes.
if they're spayed and neutered.
Yes, so Todd is an slightly older gentleman, but a lot of life in him.
Yes, very
yes.
cuddly.
Oh, very cut. That's lovely. He might even be able to, when you're going to bed or something, you might be able to have him in your bed for a little while, having a little cuddle
Yes.
before you put him back in his own bed.
And it's kind of rare that you can pick up and hug a rabbit,
Yes,
but Todd
yes,
will
yes.
let you.
And there is a certain way of picking up a rabbit too.
There sure is, yes.
How do you do that?
You want to make sure that you have all their 4 limbs supported the
Yes.
entire time, and only hold them if you absolutely have to, if they're not comfortable with it.
Yes.
Because if they were to panic while you have them in your arms, they could easily snap their spine, and that would be an immediate.
Oh, thank you for telling me that.
Yeah, not to
See,
be so
I don't
blunt,
always know
but-
what I'm talking about.
It's serious business if you
Yes.
drop a rabbit, so we don't want
Yes.
to do that.
Yeah, well, it's a serious business if we drop any of ourselves. Oh,
That's right.
Look at this furry one down there. Can you get that one?
Goodness.
This is Aries. He's been here for a couple of months. His owner fell on hard times and had to surrender him.
Oh, isn't that sad?
So he's
So sweet.
we believe he's a younger guy, probably about a year or less.
Oh.
And he's very friendly. He also tolerates being held. Not as good as Todd, but
I
you
love
can't expect
him.
that from rabbits
Yeah.
too much.
Oh, isn't he a cutie? Yeah, of course it's difficult to see what's rabbit really, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, this is what you call a lion head.
Oh,
And he's
yes.
a dwarf lion head.
And he's got very short ears for a rabbit, hasn't he?
Yes, dwarfs have those characteristic short ears.
Oh yes, no, I love him. I think, and look, he's got a little tunnel there, and
Yeah.
a little box for himself, and he says, "Come on, folks, come and take me home."
This is Tug. Tug was actually abandoned here at the shelter during off hours. He was okay though. He was healthy, and he just needed to be neutered and apparently find a more appropriate home.
So the door is open, the outside door.
We do have our vestibule is unlocked at all times for people to leave donations, or if they were to abandon an animal, at least the animals have a relatively safe place to go.
Safe place,
But it's
and warmer in winter.
yes, not
Yes.
a very common thing and not a very nice practice.
No, and the other thing is that if you actually come here and give up your animal, we do have a history then of the animal, which makes
Correct,
it much
yes.
easier to find it a new home.
Yes, we won't be mad at you, we won't judge you, we just want the animal to be safe.
Exactly, and it really helps finding it a new home if we know, does it like dogs, does it like
Right.
other cats, all of that stuff. Is
Right.
it good with children? It just makes it so much easier for the animal. Okay, so this is Ginger and Emily. This is Emily here
Hi,
with
Emily.
the dark hair, and this is Ginger with the ginger hair. And So, oh, look at these ears, aren't they lovely? So, Emily, tell us a little bit about Ginger.
Sure. Ginger is an 8-year-old plot hound. She's looking for a home. She does have some sensitive skin, so she'd need a special diet. But otherwise that, she's a healthy, happy, nice dog. She could live with children 12 years and up. But she's sensitive, as you can tell, you know, she's a little nervous.
Yes.
Yes.
Goofy.
Well, a lot of people are very sensitive people, and we just want to be loved and cared for, and we're slightly overweight, do you think? A little bit, perhaps, a little bit of diet,
Yes.
and a lot of exercise, because we've sort of got, you know, hound, and hounds just need a lot of exercise. They're used to hunting. But I don't think you don't want to hunt, do you, darling? No, you just want to have your own special place with your own special family. How did Ginger come to us? Does she have a history of any sort?
She was surrendered to us. The owner sadly fell on hard times and could not care for her properly anymore.
Oh. Well, that's the way to do it. We were just talking about that in the rabbits, that rather than just putting an animal, leaving it here, it's so lovely when people actually bring their animal in and tell us all about them, because it makes it so much easier. So Ginger is definitely looking for someone to love me, she says. Just someone to love me. Preferably lots of people to love me. And she said, and I've lost my special diet, but that's fine. And lots of lovely walkies. Oh, walkies with all those. And a proper dog walk. I see people running with their dogs, but that's not a dog walk. A dog walk, you need to take time to sniff here and sniff there. And if you're like my little Dachshund who's male, you know, lift your leg over the tree and lamppost and everything else in sight. And so, you know, Ginger, okay, Ginger, she says, oh, just come and get me.
That's right.
All I want.
That's
just
right.
come and get
Just
me.
that's it.
Okay. Mwah. So, please come and take Ginger to your heart. There's a lot of dog here. A lot of dog, isn't there, Emily? So, these two wonderful, wonderful dogs were on last month, and they still haven't got a home, and they've been here for over a year, nearly 2 years. They are father and son, father and daughter, and they desperately need a home. So let us, Emily, tell us a little bit about them. How handsome.
So this is Kaiba. He's the dad. You know, he's very, very social. He loves people. And Autumn is a little more reserved.
There you go. That's good.
But you know, she really relies on her dad. So we really want them to go together. And they've been here for almost 2 years. And they're just so nice and loving and sweet.
2 years. And what sort of a breed are they?
They are Keshawn hound mixes.
And how did they come to be here?
Well, we rescued them from a wolf hybrid sanctuary. They were mistakenly placed there. We don't believe they are wolf at all.
No.
You know, and so that's why they're here. So they just need a good home.
And 2 years, please, somebody who's out there watching, I just know that you've got a big enough heart for 2 big dogs, and they are so sweet. This little girl is a little more timid, and she just needs a little more careful handling, and you know, she's a little delicate. And so she's a little shy. Yes, she's having a look at the camera.
There we
Look
are.
around here. And this guy's just a big old laid-back guy. There, she says, I'm quite liking the idea, actually, of being on camera. Aren't you, sweetheart? Yes. And so they would just love to have a nice fenced-in yard where they could just bounce around and come and go, and then they would love to have their walkies, and yes, I mean, they just need a home. Nobody needs to be in a cage, beautiful as it is here, wonderful as the staff here, but they need their own people and their own home and just a lot of love. So please, someone come and rescue them, and we will welcome you with open arms and open paws. Here you've got Emily, Maggie and Roz, and so Maggie is the sister of Ginger.
Yeah.
So she's Ginger, she's got Ginger too. And she is how old?
She's also 8 years old.
She's also 8 years old. So same litter.
Same litter.
Same litter,
Yeah.
right. And so she needs the same thing, lots of love, lots of attention, lots of walkies, nice food, lots of love. She doesn't care about where she lives. I mean, it's just who she lives with. And as long as you're kind and attentive and you love her desperately, Maggie will be quite happy. I mean, if somebody wanted two of them, would they'd be quite happy together? They get on together.
Yeah, if somebody
Yes.
wanted the two,
Yes.
but they don't have to go together.
No. And is she good with children?
She is good with children. She could be with children 5 and up.
5 and up, yes. And she'd probably love to do some training.
Oh yeah,
All
definitely.
dogs love to do training, and it's a great way to learn to bond with your dog too, because you get trained as well. It's a two-sided thing, you know. It's not just the dog getting trained. And maybe one should send teenagers here. It might work.
Excellent idea.
Anyway, she would like that because she's an intelligent dog. And of course lots of long walkies. That's very important. Because we are a little bit down here. I think we could do with a little slimming perhaps. Perhaps, but I don't like to say that too loud because it's a bit rude. But anyway, so she is waiting for a home. A delightful dog. I mean, I really don't think that she... Thank you, dear. Yes, I did. I really meant it. So once again, we come to the end of our program here. I hope you have seen somebody that you have totally fallen in love with, and that you're going to come and visit them and fall even more in love with them. And meanwhile, we have this wonderful notice here about bunny rabbits. They're on sale. And Amy just talked very, very speakingly about how wonderful they are as pets. The other thing is that we love volunteers here. There are always animals that need to be either loved and caressed, like the cats and the rabbits, or dogs that need to be walked. We need supplies too, like paper towels. We can always do with help in the office. There are so many things. And of course, as I always say at the end, we do love your money too. And we don't mind how little it is, but we just desperately need it. We need new kennels here. And but we need you too. We need your goodwill and your thoughts about coming to see us. So once again, from all the wonderful staff here, and from Linda behind the camera, and from Roz in front of the camera, and the staff here, and all the animals that you've seen. By the way, it was Pepper, wasn't it? Pepper got adopted, who you saw earlier on, so that's a huge thumbs up for us. So please watch us next month, but more than that, please come and think so seriously about taking one of these animals to your home and your heart. And thank you for watching once again. Bye-bye. May we see the miracles of life and love in all the animals with which we share our lives. In the cold nose of a dog, in the warmth of a cat on your lap, in the wondrous otherness of the hamster and the songbird, in the graceful beauty of the goldfish. Bless them all as they bless us.